I have been muted this entire time. That's just how it be, though. I've just, all right, so I hit the unmute button. Can you guys hear me now? Should I just, that's going to be the intro, though. That was just me. Here's the thing. It was never muted. I was just miming. That was just me doing a mime impression, fellas. That was just, but you hear me now. Welcome back to the basement. This time you guys can actually hear me. Derek, you don't even want to know what I was spitting on mute, bro. I was spitting the secrets to life while I was on mute. But I was just explaining that we're going to be hopping into this is going to be like an open Q&A for any of you guys out there that want to ask me any questions about your Dynasty teams, Dynasty trades you've done, whatever the fuck you want to spit at me. If you want to ask me what I had for breakfast this morning, you can ask me that too. And we're going to go over a startup draft I'm in right now with the subscribers. If you want to join one of these subscriber leagues, just join the Discord at the top of the description. We'll probably run up one more startup before the summer ends. I think we can do one more startup. I don't really want to commit this one, but we'll get into that another time. But we're going to go over one of my startup drafts. I've been trading like crazy on a bunch of my teams. I've been trading like crazy on the one team that I said I was at like a crossroads with on the last stream. And I think you guys are going to, I don't know how you guys are going to feel about what I did with that team. We made some trades in the Crazy Ambassador League. So I can go over those trades or I can just save those. I don't mind going over them now because like it's not like the whole channel is watching these live streams. So we can just do that. And then we can have like a legit Crazy Ambassador video with those trades. But yeah, man, I appreciate every single one of you guys that are hopping out to this. Let me see if I can pin. Can I pin the join the Discord comment? And I got till 4 o'clock. Then I got to run at 4, go do some door dashing, go make some fucking money. Oh. Is that just pinned already? Pin message. There we go. Now we're talking. Cole Bryant. That's a dope name, by the way, Cole Bryant. That sounds like an athlete name. You shipping off Eckler in Dynasty or holding on to him? I'm probably holding on to him, to be honest with you. And I've had this weird kind of understanding. It really depends on if you're contending or not. Like if I'm not contending, I'm kind of down to just flip him for like a first plus. But on a contending roster, I'm holding. Like you're not going to get anything back. And I think Eckler could be like a top 5 running back this season. I actually really like Eckler. Like I have some leagues that I'll show you guys in a second where I'm just hoarding firsts. And the idea is just going to be to go buy running backs. And Eckler will 100% be one of those guys you can just buy. For like a first off of like maybe it's a rebuilding team or whatever. Also kind of in my feelings because look at what Winnie did to me this morning, bro. Winnie's my dog for any of you guys out there that don't know. Kind of upset, man. Kind of upset. She had one of my socks in her mouth. I went to go grab it and she was super aggressive, bro. Super aggressive. I mean, it happened. I know dogs can be aggressive, whatever, but I just felt fucking betrayed by my own dog, bro. But yeah, I'll open up to I'll open it up to just these questions real quick, and then we'll get into my startup and shit I've been doing. What do you got? Superflex tight end premium, Kittle, man, Kittle or 2 firsts and Hunter Henry. I would take the 2 if you're not contending. I would take the 2 firsts and run. To be honest, I think 2 firsts plus is a really good return on Kittle. That'd actually be dope. I'm contending. I've got Mixon and CMC as well. Just know he's getting up there in age. Yeah, I'd probably rock out with Eckler. And see what you can do. It's not a bad move. You know what I mean? Like I could see. You said you bite your nails worse than that, Derek. My dog scratched my eye Thursday morning. Felt like shit since. Can't fucking see. Jesus, dude. I guess I'm lucky, dude. Because when she bit me, I could tell that she wasn't messing around like that. She didn't want me to get that sock. Things got serious. And then I just had to like yell at her. I don't know, man. I didn't like it. All right. Should we hop into some of these sleeper leagues and see what's popping? I actually made a pick earlier today in the subscriber league. The subscriber league's been moving on. Very nice. As I said before, I'll probably get another one going before the end of the season. All right, let me share my screen. Jeez, it's telling me my connection is fucked down here. Jesus Christ. Let me maybe put the phone on LTE, see if that does anything. Let me know, is the connection for you guys chilling? Like, can you guys see me okay? I do not like that the connection is bad. That's annoying me. It looks decent. If you're on Wi-Fi, try unplugging your router. Jeez, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know how I'm looking on your guys' screen. Am I chilling? Like, am I lagging and shit? I feel like I'm doing all right. All right, cool. All right. Am I sharing my screen yet? No. Let me see what I can get for you guys. All right, so we got the sleeper shit going up. Now the sleeper is over here. All right, so here's the startup I'm in right now. Dear Ryan and Jeff, thank you. This was a fun draft so far because I maneuvered this very weirdly. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about what I've been doing here. So I started off at the 101. Maybe I'll get 2 sleepers going. I can highlight what trades I've done. Should I? All right, so let me try. I hate sharing the full screen because that is very sketchy. I've decided I'm not going to. Share the entire screen. All right, so we're gonna go into over here and peep some trades. All right, so this is why I'm kind of an idiot. All right, so let's see. We got league activity, no. Team act trade, no. Do I have like a transactions type thing going on? Is it maybe? Ooh, I think I'm onto something. Leaks, no. League activity. Can I just look at? There we go. So now I have my trades. All right, so this is what. So this is what we're looking at here. I'm gonna. I see your question, Easy, and I'll get into that in a second. All right. So off the bat, or no, we're gonna share the entire screen. Okay. I can share the entire screen. That's just what's going to happen. Tariq, as always, back in the basement. I don't know. I might. What are you guys thinking? If we can figure out like a cool name to like have for you guys, like I don't know, like basement squad. Like that's kind of I don't love the way that sounds. You know what I mean? But like something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, so now I'm going to share the entire screen. Robert, you said what app is this? This is Sleeper. Unless if you're asking what I'm streaming on, I'm streaming on StreamYard. We all in the lab, man? Yeah, 100%. All right, so I started at the 101. So this is kind of how I maneuvered this draft. I started from the 101. I trade back to the 105, I believe this is. Yeah, so I traded back to here, the 105. So I traded the 101 and the 111, or the 101 in my 11th for the 105, a 6, and a future first. So that's nice. Then I go from the 105 and I get a 2nd and a 6. So I traded out of the 101 for a 2nd, a 6th, a 2nd, 6th. So I traded out of the 101 for 2 6ths, a 2nd, and a 2022 first. Am I doing that math correctly? I think so. But I like that return. I pretty much moved from the 101 to the 2nd. I acquire 2 6 in the process plus a first. I'll take that all day. Then we go here and I trade out. Oh, so this is the next trade I make. And this is when I go and get Zach Wilson. So through the draft at this point in time, I'll explain how I traded away things in a second. But so at this point in time, I went Metcalf, Trey Lance, George Kittle, Pitts, came back around, was upset that I missed out on Wilson. So I grabbed Wilson and I grabbed this 604. So I grabbed Wilson in the 604 and gave up my 412 and 501. I will be honest, if I could go back and do things, I think I take Lance here. Maybe I go Deshaun. Deshaun at the 301 feels really early, right? But if you go Deshaun at the 301, I think as long as you're punting year one, I don't mind taking Deshaun as early as the 3rd round, to be honest with you. Because then at this start, I have Metcalf, I have Lance, I have Deshaun. Then I can come around to the 412, 501. And then at this point, I could have just taken like any Higgins, DJ Moore, and Ayuk. I could have had 2 of them. So I could have came out with Metcalf, Lance, Deshaun, Ayuk. Let's say DJ Moore, and Ayuk. And then I have a bunch. I don't have the 604 in that sense, but then I have this pick, and then I have these 2. So it's a little bit of give and take. I feel like I am getting kind of into the weeds here, but anyways, we go here. So then this is the trade I make. I give up my 412 and 501 to Todd Walters. He's the boy in the Discord. And I grab Wilson at the 404, and then I come around to 604 and grab Sutton. So Zach Wilson in the 604 for Tannehill and Ayuk, and it's just because I wanted that second quarterback, and I really like Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson in the 4th round is dope. Like, he has just being a top 3 pick, he has the ceiling to be Herbert. He could be in the Herbert range next year. He could be up here in the Burrow range next year. It really wouldn't be that hard for him to become a top, like a 2nd round pick. And my whole reasoning for wanting to go with like a Zach Wilson is because when you get these quarterbacks, they have the highest ceiling. Like, the reason why I could explain going Deshaun Watson over Kittle, right, is that Kittle will never be here. He will never be a top 12 pick. This is Kittle's ceiling right here. There's never a world where he'll get picked in a tight end premium league in the top 12. Like, maybe he will, but he'll never be valued there. You know what I mean? But a Deshaun Watson, the minute that he steps foot on the field, he's now here. He's now right here, right where Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson is. And you can say the same thing for Zach Wilson. If things break right for him, then he's in the Joe Burrow, Russ Wilson, Trevor Lawrence range. And if things really break right for him, he's here. But Kittle will never be there. And that's part of my struggle with Kyle Pitts. But Kyle Pitts is young enough that he could be a back end first guy in a startup, especially because of his age. If he really balls out like Gronkowski was like a 1st round startup pick for a little bit. I could be wrong. Somebody could check me on that, but I believe he was. So we do that. Then we get to the 6th. I go Sutton. I go Miles Sanders, Claypool, Fant, Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore. And then I make another move. So this is what I've done so far. Then we make a trade with Rubby. So this becomes I got from him a 2022 first, a 2023 first. So 2 22 firsts, a 23 first. So now we're getting 3 firsts. Then I got Pitts. So it was Pitts, Trey Sermon. Should I just like write this out in the keep trade cuts so you guys can kind of see it better? But honestly, it's like a super dead even trade. I just really like it for me. So we go Pitts, we go Sermon. I'll show you guys in the trade calculator because this is what I do. If I'm on the clock, I'm making a crazy trade like this. Like, I'm putting it all into the trade calculator just to see what the market thinks. You know what I mean? And I think it's like a pretty dead even trade. So 3 firsts plus Pitts and Sermon I gave him Kittle, Metcalf. Spelled that horribly wrong. Metcalf and Sanders. So it's pretty much even. He wins slightly, but this is assuming all of those picks are late. You know what I mean? If any of these go to, like, if this goes to a mid, so a 2022 mid, now I'm winning. Like, there's a lot of room to grow, and on top of that, getting these out of my lineup means that I have a better shot at getting 1st overall pick with my own draft pick. So now I'm increasing my draft pick. I'm getting 3 firsts in the process, and this is really the type of team that I want to build because now I have. Can I just look at my roster somewhere? Yeah, so my roster. So now I have Trey Lance, Sermon, Cortland Sutton, Chase Claypool, Rashad Bateman, Pitts, Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore, Terrace Marshall, Zach Wilson, and Superflex, and then Curtis Samuel. So a lot of rookies, a lot of young players, but I'm kind of just shooting for upside, kind of like punting year one, hoping that I get some of these guys to pop off. I also like having my only Trey Lance share here. Let me just make sure he's a Jet, won't become shit, in my opinion. Oh my God. Derek, it can't be the decal on the helmet. I mean, you could say the same thing about Fields. You could say the same thing about Jacksonville. When is the last time any of those guys have had good quarterbacks? You could say the same thing about like the Texans with Deshaun Watson. Was there a great Texans quarterback ever? I don't know. I'm just in the camp that it can be like these things aren't that sticky, I guess. But yeah, so that's the squad. I'm actually really happy. So now I believe that I have, so those are all the trades that I've made. I believe that I now have, can I see? Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 2022 firsts, and then I have 2 2023 firsts. So I love that. That's true, Derek. What do you got to say about Joe Namath? If we're going to go that deep, though. Joe Namath, actually. Joe Namath wasn't even that good. Kind of like Troy Aikman. All right, so that's pretty much where the draft is at. So I just took Curtis Samuel. We're going to wrap back around. I don't really know what's going to go on. Is there anybody's teams that I really like? Nah. All these teams are trash. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, so there's not really anything else to break down with the startup. So I'll get into a couple of my other trades. I want to say, so let me stop screen sharing for a second. Who asked me a question? Eason. What do you think about James Robinson news that he'll get most of the goal line? Do you buy into that? Yeah, it's pretty expected, I think, that James Robinson does that, but I'm really more concerned about the receiving work than I am anything else. Let me see if I can find James Robinson Roto Worlds. Derek, I guess you could say the thing about N'Keal Harry, Derek, but I mean, like the thing is, like they're bad at like growing their own receiver talent, but like they've had receivers thrive. Like they've had Randy Moss and they've had Brandon Cooks for that 1 year. He was pretty good. Shelby Blees. I'm not seeing anything about goal line carries, but yeah, I think that I'm with you. Yeah, I don't know. Derek, what would you say about the Browns though? Like the Browns just made the playoffs. The Baker's gonna like they're probably gonna be like a top 5 team this year. But yeah, I honestly expect him to be like the goal line back between the tackles guy. It's not that scary to me. I think that ETN is probably going to get his touchdowns from like 20 yards out or so. Hey, we got a Periscope comment. What's good? What's good? YZR Fantasy. What's good, man? I traded. Derek, you said he traded a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th for 3 6ths and a 7th. I obviously lost a trade, but now I have 3 picks in a row, so I can make the one dick who talked too much shit about wait. Oh my god, that is diabolical, brother. That is diabolical. You're a menace to society, Derek. Would you swap J.K. Dobbins for CeeDee Lamb in a half PPR league? Huh. I want to say I have Dobbins ahead of CeeDee Lamb. I could be wrong though. That's close, man. It really depends on what your team looks like, what the format is. That's like a coin flip for me. But I think I lean Dobbins. I think I lean Dobbins, but I could see CeeDee Lamb. All right, let's peep some of the trades I've been making. I actually wanted to show you, Derek. This is I didn't exactly completely tear down the one team I showed you guys where I was like, I have to make some moves. Let me I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about where we're at with the squad, but I like it. I like where we're at. All right, so we now go to the Big Baller Dynasty League, my first ever Dynasty team. All right, so this is what we're working with. Let's look at some trades. So I have an outstanding. So Julio for like a 2022 first. All right, so where can I look at my trades? Can I look at like recent activity? Where can I find recent activity, fellas? Can I find that? I desire that. Oh my goodness. Does anybody know where I can find trades? What the hell? League setting. I could have sworn. How did I find it in the other one? Players, league. Oh, there we go. Recent activity. All right. So me, trades. All right. So this is something that I did in the beginning of the season. All right. So this is a trade that I just want to show you guys. I traded away. I think I traded away the 106. This is 1 QB, by the way. So I traded away the 106. So I traded away Foster Moreau in the 106 for T. Higgins and OJ Howard. Oh my god, that's a smash. It was pretty much Devonta Smith for T. Higgins. Like I don't know why this guy is actually like one of the sharpest dudes in the league. He must just be high on Devonta Smith, but give me that all day long. Also, fun fact: I don't know if you guys know who Sean Siegel is. He's like the founder of Zero RB, one of the sharpest dudes out there. He has T. Higgins as like his wide receiver 5 in Dynasty. So. All right, so this is the trade I did with Huss. So the guy that edits the videos, this is the trade I did with him. So I gave him Mixon, Darnold, and Akers. Remember, this is 1 QB. 1 QB. This is 1 QB. I gave him Mixon, Darnold, and Akers. Remember, Darnold is like whatever in one QB. I don't know how many times you're actually able to start Darnold if you're like a contending team. I give him Mixon and Akers. The whole idea is that I think that Akers, like his Akers price is probably at his ceiling right now. He's like an early second round pick. For him to be like in the McCaffrey, in the Saquon, Jonathan Taylor type tier, it's not a massive gap. And to get up to that tier, he'd have to do a lot. Like what you're selling Akers at for what you got him for like last year, it's not that big of a deal. And with Mixon, if I'm not contending with like a bunch of running backs, Mixon's a decent sell to me. I love Mixon if you're contending, but because this team, I need to move things around to get younger. I'm cool with selling Mixon and just replacing his production with like an Eckler for cheaper. So I pretty much gave up Mixon, Akers, and Darnold for 2 firsts, 2 future firsts, a second, and AJ Brown. Yeah, Derek, exactly. I've been like, I love Akers as much as I love Akers, bro. But he's going like in a 1 QB, he's going in the first round. Like there's not much more that can happen where Akers returns you much more value, and you can replace like Akers is going at the same spot in redraft as literally as Mixon, as Aaron Jones, as Austin Eckler. Like I would rather just get Aaron Jones or Austin Eckler for cheap than ride out with Cam Akers. And I just think when you have these running backs, especially in that second year, I want to do a video where I do some research on it. But these sophomore running backs, right? It seems like it's the ultimate like sink or swim test, because if let's say they flop on their face, right? Then you're looking at the Akers is now Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs. If Akers goes out here and either is hurt for like 10 games or he underperforms and just performs as like a mid RB2, you're looking at Josh Jacobs. You know what I mean? So it's slightly risky to hold on to a guy like Akers for me. Like, but that means you have to get a haul like this. I got 2 firsts, a second. I got AJ Brown. Like I got a lot of value in return. I'm not saying to go out and sell Akers for pennies, but I'm saying if you can sell him for the price of like a Kamara / Dalvin Cook, because that's about the range. Like some people have Kamara and Dalvin Cook ahead of Akers, like Akers and Swift. Some people have Swift and Akers ahead of those guys. And I don't mind cashing out at that point, because running backs, I think as much people say that wide receivers are replaceable, so are running backs. And because you can go get Ezekiel Elliott, Derrick Henry, Eckler, Aaron Jones, any one of those 4 guys for honestly like pennies on the dollar. So that's the first move. So now we got a bunch of picks back. We got rid of our running backs. We got a stud in AJ Brown. Then I have Miles Sanders left. So I give up Miles Sanders in a first. I flip that for Diggs. So now I'm just really trying to build like a really strong receiver core, because the receiving cores, they build over the long run. I've decided that I want to try and win. I'm not going to just punt. I'm going to try and win, but I'm going to do it in a way where I can pivot into rebuild if I want. So I have these wide receivers. They're going to hold value. I can always sell Diggs to the like Josh Allen owner for like 2 firsts plus and be fine. Diggs isn't a big deal. Sanders, I just don't want to hold running backs on a team that if you're not a true contender, holding running backs is tough because they're very shaky assets. Derek, you said last year you could have traded CEH for a haul. Now you can have him for half the price. Yeah, exactly. You can sell these running backs for a haul. In terms of like running backs and their actual production, you can sell them for an absolute haul. So I trade away Diggs, or no, I get Diggs. I trade away Sanders in a first. That's not too bad. I don't think that gap is that crazy. And I think, let's say we're in the season and Miles Sanders isn't performing and Diggs' value is going to go up in season. If Diggs is like Diggs could be like the wide receiver overall, like Devontae Adams was last year, and have really good trade value. So I feel like I almost bought Diggs a little bit lower than he could be going in season. We'll see how that pans out. And then I got rid of Golladay for a first. So this is what the team looks like at the end here. So to be fair, I'm still going to be trying to win the championship with this team. I just wanted to shape things in a way where I have an escape button. So I can just say, okay, you know what? We're not going to win this year. I'm going to turn things in. But so here we go. We have Brady. We're pretty much punting running back. This is pretty much going to be like a 0 RB team where I can then buy running backs with my first round picks. So Brady, punting 2 running back spots. We have AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, Evan Ingram. I can upgrade tight end if I want. Then we have Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, Julio Jones through the flex. So wide receivers are absolutely loaded. I have a bunch of these running backs because what people don't understand is that you can get running back weeks, especially in Dynasty, when you can roster so many running back spots. there's going to be weeks where like Giovanni Bernard, Booker, P. Ryan, if Mixon goes down, if one of the San Francisco running backs go down, if Melvin Gordon or Javonte Williams goes down. So a lot of pass for any of these guys to get touches. So Kobe Myers, and then I have T. Higgins coming off the bench. So we're looking perfect. If T. Higgins makes that jump, we're good all the way to the flex spot. We just have to worry about running back 1 and running back 2. There's also a bunch of articles out there I have to look into, but starting wide receivers in the flex is 100% the move. Like winning the flex with wide receiver is apparently the way. But now I have 222 first. This one's gonna be super fucking early. So I have 222 firsts and I have 223 first. Like if I wanted to turn around like right now and trade away a 22 first and a 22 first to say and go get like Ezekiel Elliott and Austin Eckler, I could probably go do that and rock out with this team and be pretty set, if that makes sense. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know how to check what the team used to look like, but this pretty much used to be, it wasn't AJ Brown, it wasn't Diggs. It was like Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper, Julio. And then I had like Akers, Mixon. I don't know. So now I have those 2 draft picks. I have Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady at quarterback. I'm set. Evan Ingram could be better. My flexes are fucking loaded. Like that's a loaded flex. Like one of those guys could easily pop off. I love AJ Brown and Diggs at the wide receiver spots. And then I could just upgrade my running backs with my picks. So that's just kind of my thought process, I guess. And the thing is I still have 2 in 22 and I still have 2 in 2023. Let's say things don't go as planned. Boom, sell Diggs for like 2 first. I can sell Allen Robinson for 1, Cooper for like 1. You know what I mean? I can start loading up on next year's class if I need to. Derek, you said one problem is you decide to do it mid-season. You limit your trade partners as only the competing teams are biased. Yeah, that's 100% true. That's 100% true. That's true. It's much more. They're much more defined. Here's the one kid that I have his first round pick. I'm actually so hyped. I just don't see how this team does anything better than like bottom 4. Daniel Jones, James Robinson, Carson, Justin Jefferson, Cooks, Hawkinson, flex. Like this is kind of what he's working with here. He doesn't even have a first, so I'm absolutely loving that. And then here's the team I'm like competing with pretty much. He's like the other like front runner. So Burrow, Cook, Najee, Devontae Adams, Godwin, Waller, CeeDee Lamb, McLaurin, Devonta Smith. So I mean like he's got me beat in running back. I think that I have him beat. He's got me beat at running back and tight end. I have him probably beat at wide receiver through the flex. But I can always change my firsts into running back 1, running back 2, plus a tight end. So, and this could have been like CEH last year, and it would have kind of fucked up his lineup. I do believe that he does have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I could be wrong, though. Does he have Clyde off the bench? He traded away Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He traded for him at some point. I'm actually very curious to know where Clyde went. How did he get here? There's a trade, Parham, Clyde, a first for this year's first plus like Duke Johnson. Okay, so that must have been like Najee Harris. What other trades have I made? Hold up. Oh, I actually made a trade in the Crazy Ambassador League, and I wanted to keep it a secret, but like to be honest with you, me showing this in the actually no, maybe I'll show one of the moves I did here. Did I have like I've been making crazy amounts of trades in all my leagues. I think this is kind of the perfect time right now to go get first, to go mess around and see what you can get on the block. Let me make sure that nobody has hit me with any Periscope notifications. All right. So, where is the recent activity? Run me the recent activity, please. Run me the recent activity. Is it? Oh, it's right here. I believe I've made trades in this league. Oh, no, I didn't. This was the last trade I make. Do I have trades here? Well, okay. I did. This is the one I'll save for Crazy Ambassadors for now, or I'll actually show the trade I made. So with the Crazy Ambassador League, I've kind of been just realizing that I need to probably flush out a lot of these win now assets. I don't really love the fact that I drafted these guys like Woods, Odell Beckham, Corey Davis, Antonio Brown. I'm kind of just trying to punt this year, especially like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 firsts in the 22 draft class. So I'm kind of just trying to punt this year and just kind of see what I can do next year. So I kind of took one step in that direction. And don't take what I've been doing here as go sell Joe Mixon. Mixon, I think that he's a great player. I think that he's actually a buy if you're a contending team. I just don't have a lot of teams where I'm in a spot where Mixon makes sense for me. So I don't mind just recouping that value. So what did I give away here? I gave away Julio and Mixon for 2 firsts and Tony Pollard. Let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Because now the team is looking pretty crazy. I also kind of want to sell Tua. And it's really just because I've been seeing him go at crazy, crazy spots in these startups, man. Like, where did he go here? He went at the 410, bro. Like, if you're gonna give me 410 value for Tua, if I could give Tua straight up for like, I would do Tua straight up. I would maybe do Tua straight up for Javonte. I could do Tua. Who could I go buy with Tua? Like, if I could go buy a DJ Moore, Ayuk, or T. Higgins with Tua, I probably would go do that. Like, where is he at on Keep Trade Cut? I feel like he's not that high on Keep Trade Cut, but I've been seeing him go very high in startups. I think if you have Tua, you can find a guy in your league that's probably higher on Tua than you are. I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, as much as you might like Tua, there might be somebody out there in your league that'll give you something sweet for him. I mean, where is he? Yeah, right here. So you can get. So, like, for me, I have Jalen Hurts way ahead of him. I have Jalen Hurts way ahead. I definitely would have Javonte ahead. What's like behind him? Yeah, I don't know. Derek, you said you're always high, but not high on Tua. He sucks. Yeah, I feel it. Like Tua for me, I kind of would love to. Should I send the trade out here live on air? Should I see if we can find a team that might need Tua? So he has Dak, Matt Ryan, and Trevor Lawrence. Okay, so he doesn't need Tua. Who could use a Tua? Baker. So he's not even trying to really contend. I mean, actually, could he want a Tua, this guy? Should I maybe just put Tua on the block? Danny said tone set. I'm a stealthy tone setter. I'm not quite always setting the tone, but you might look around and blink, and all of a sudden, like I have set the tone. Like, in a way, I am setting the tone by live streaming on YouTube. You know, I'm just setting the tone for everybody else on YouTube that's even like maybe making videos that I just want to set the tone that, like, hey, like Ron Stewart, like I'm here, I'm on this platform. Let me set the tone real quick, but like nothing too flashy though. At the same token, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. Dump him. I'm gonna put him on the block. Let's put Tua on the block in the Crazy Ambassador League. I will. Can I not put him on the block on the app, bro, or on desktop? God damn it! Giving Derek another reason to hate Sleeper. I hate when Sleeper falls through when Derek is watching because he's such a Sleeper non-believer. How do I do it? Does anybody know how to put shit on the trade block on? Yeah, I don't know. Trade block. No. Nope. It's just not good. I'm gonna put him on the trade block for my phone. That's what I've decided. I'm putting it on the phone. I'm doing it through my phone, dude. Derek is gonna roast me for this. Every time I'm on here using Sleeper, it always fails me. And then Derek roast Sleeper. He's like, you should be on MFL. You should be on whatever. And I don't know. Those websites are so clunky for me. I like to keep it to just ESPN and Sleeper just because, like, when I'm setting lineups, it gets super hectic. What do I got? All right, so Tua's going to go on the block here. And I know Derek's going to give me shit for having to go on my phone to do it. Oh, you said click on the trade tab? See, is this the trade tab or am I an idiot? Is this maybe? So I just put him on the block, but I think I'm kind of an idiot. I'm kind of an idiot, but that's fine. I think that we kind of already knew that. Range of outcomes, you said I'm set. What team are you? Range of outcomes. Just out of curiosity. But yeah, fellas, if anybody has any last minute questions, last minute shits. Range of outcomes, you gave me those first. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, your team is stacked now, but yeah. I'm gonna piece and go make that bread, make that fucking money, door dashing, delivering. If anybody has any podcasts that I should listen to, let me know. But yeah, man, I feel like this was a very successful Saturday morning stream, or not like morning. I kind of slept in this morning, but I might do these a little bit earlier. I might do these a little bit later. Who knows? But I want to be doing these every single Saturday. I'm gonna hop on here, do like Dynasty trade questions, kind of go over my trades. I think next week we'll probably dip into like the grade my trade tab from the Discord, so we can I can grade some of your guys' trades, hang out, fuck around. Yo, what's good, Jay O'Connor? I'm about to piece, but what's good, fellas? What's good? All right. That's all for today. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I hop on here, talk football. I had a great time. I'm going to go DoorDash. I'm going to go do my thing. Expect I'm going to be off tomorrow. Monday, we're going to come back with a mock draft. Tuesday, we're going to come back with a sick video. I'm doing a bunch of research right now with like Excel sheets and all that nerdy ass shit. But it's going to be about like year 2 breakouts and year 2, what you can expect from year 2 wide receivers and what that bump up looks like. But as always, you can follow me at @RonStore_ on Twitter. I love you guys. I'm going to go DoorDash, go make some money, go pay my bills. Peace.